The reason why I picked this class is because the moment I saw the shop and the work environment that I was going to be settled into, I got very excited.
Fundamentals, you'll learn about compressors, condensers, evaporators, TXVs, and kind of how refrigerant flows around a unit. Talks about pressure changes, temperature changes. I've learned so much, and I feel confident when I'm just talking to like a dad who is like, oh, my unit's broken. Like, you can kind of give like a diagnostic to what it might be.
It is the best decision you will make because this trade will never go away and you will always have a job.
If you do not plan on going to college and you want to get a job right out of high school, I would truly recommend coming to this school. Like, I'm going to college after this whole program, but if you want to come here and you get a job right out of high school, they'll give you internships, you'll have a better knowledge. You can get your EPA certification coming out of here, and a lot of jobs are going to like that. I would really say if you're even contemplating it, get into it. It's a good industry, it's going to be needed forever, and everyone's always going to need air conditioning, and they're going to need someone to come by and fix that, and why not be that guy?
I chose the cosmetology program mostly because of the fact that I had a really big passion for it. Ever since I was little, I was going ahead and playing with makeup and doing my hair and messing around with my mom's makeup. It was always like, I knew I wanted to do it for the rest of my life, if I'm being honest.
I joined the cosmetology program because I've always found hair fascinating, and it's a huge part of people's confidence, and I wanted to be a part of that.
Something I have learned in this program is more of communication. You know, you need to have a good talk with your clients, see what they want, and you have to go ahead and make sure that you know what their needs are. You know, it's not something you have every single day where a client has a condition or either has some symptoms of something that you know how to recognize, and you can advise them of what is happening on themselves and on the personnel.
In cosmetology, not only do you learn how to do hair and nails and makeup, but you learn how to make it look the best on each individual client. The cosmetology program is a great way to start off your career because directly out of high school, you'll have your cosmetology license, and that is a huge push to your career.
The way I actually got into the plumbing program was actually watching a video like you're watching yourself at home or at wherever you're at school. It really seemed cool to me, and that's really it.
It gives us a leg up, basically. We go into, like, we can go to a job and already have the knowledge of what to do. Like, they don't have to go through the process of teaching us how to do, how to solder, how to install fixtures. We already know that. So it's better for them and it's better for us so that we can get things done faster, and it's overall really nice.
When I get out of school, graduate, do whatever I want, take a gap year, I feel like I'm gonna be able to go into the job field, you know, get my apprenticeship, and hopefully through the future, I'll be able to become a master plumber and, you know, be successful from there. Let's say you don't know what you're gonna do after college. Well, guess what? You can join a trade and you can fall back onto this if that doesn't work out.
If anybody's thinking about joining this class, I'd say 100% go for it. It's, you know, it's really good to know that you always need more plumbers, and once you learn it, it sticks with you forever, and it's not something that you can easily forget.
So I'm watching Netflix and Grey's Anatomy. I decide I love it so much, I'm gonna become Derek Shepherd. I'm gonna be a neurosurgeon. A couple years later, I'm like, I don't know. I think I just wanna be a nurse. And then I always wondered, okay, well, how am I gonna get there?
I knew that this vocational would be good because it would teach me all about
like the healthcare profession, the amazing opportunities of going to clinical.
I think this is definitely a great foot in the door for people because it shows them all the sights and all the smells and all of the emotions.
Our teacher, Miss Antonella, and honestly, she's really helpful. She goes through really great detail of every body system, from the muscular system to the cardiovascular system. We learn everything and she's super helpful, and we'll go into the lab, and in the lab it's super nice. We have a bunch of teaching materials that we could use, like blood pressure cuffs, and the mannequins, they're great. Like one of them is hooked up to blood and I've just never seen that before. Even if you're thinking just for like a second that you want to join this program, I'd say, carefully consider it, but I'd say do it. I really highly recommend.
Never be afraid to be the one student in the classroom that's like, why, how. A lot of the times when you don't know something, there's at least 2 other people in the classroom that don't know it either, and they're thinking the same thing, so ask and you shall receive.
I'm in this program because I wanted to create a future to myself, and I think this program is a perfect example because you learn so much, and as a 17-year-old or anybody in high school, it's a perfect experience to learn real-world skills and stuff to know in the real world, even as an adult to know.
So basically, a little more in-depth on what we learn here. Pneumatics is more just going up, you build a circuit, you take the pistons, you take other components, you put them on, and you plug the tubing in so you can see how it works. And it's all air powered, and you have to do a little bit of math, solving for force, using gravity, all that. Then there's programming, which is on the computer. You just get to go into, I think it was CAD or Onshape, one of the two, and you get to just move around all the parts. You get to see how it works. You get to program it if you move it how you want to. Then, so far my favorite part, you get to build your own robot and actually program that itself too. And you get to put a gripper on that, which is just a claw, you grab things, and you get to try to go into a mailbox and pick out, I don't know what the object is, but just take an object out of the mailbox. And it's just a really fun experience to assemble that robot and then see it do the task. This is my first year in the program, and I think already it's opened up so many doors. We had a career fair here, and a lot of great people came in. They talked about their companies, what they do. They give you opportunities for a job when you come out of this program. And I think that if I just stayed in normal school, I wouldn't be as better off as I am now. This has just helped me so much to make a future plan in my head, and I think it's really beneficial for everybody to look into a vocational school.
The reason I went into this program, I knew about it since I was brought into high school. So freshman year, they had an assembly, put me in an auditorium, and they described all the different vocational schools. And I knew instantly that I love cars. That's what I want to do.
This is preparing me for my future, and well, the Master Tech I work with sometimes is there from 8 years to even 40 years of experience working on cars, and just working besides them, you can really absorb all that knowledge more than you even know just seeing it in person.
So this program has really allowed me to show myself what I'm capable of. I push the limits of myself almost every day when I'm here. I surprise myself, and I do this partially for myself. I make myself happy with what I could do. And learning new things is just, it's so satisfying to me. And I really, really love that about this program. So some of the unique opportunities that I've had with this program, I was actually selected by my teacher to represent the county in a competition within Skills USA. It was at a Mercedes training facility, and I used what I learned here, and I applied that, and I wound up taking third. I won over $15,000 in scholarships and tools, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I plan on going to UTI with that scholarship.
The reason I chose this program is because myself, I feel like I would not have done my best in college, and also I've always had a thing for working with my hands. This is perfect for that.
I picked this program because I saw that electricians make good money.
Everything we learn in the program translates to what you do in the field. Like if we do circuit breakers or outlets, that's really what you do when you're in a job site, and it really helps. You have the leg up on other people who don't go to vocational school, so you start with the benefit.
It's a great opportunity because let's say you want to do a different career and you already did electricity class for 2 years, you now have the certificate to get a job for electricity.
Something in the program that I overcame was my rushing to get something done. And through the program, I learned that taking your time and getting it right is more important than getting it done fast and getting it wrong. Something I wish someone told me when I was in 8th grade is that, let's say you do the program and you don't like it, you still get all the skills of being an electrician, and it really helps you, like doing stuff in your own house, like fixing it.
Yeah, I always had a love for culinary growing up, cooking with my dad. I love the movie Ratatouille, and I always remember that as being like, as my childhood. So I started this program by my mom telling me in the 8th grade that there was an open house. I came here, I checked it out, so wow, this is pretty cool. Then sophomore year, we looked back into it, and I said, okay, I'm gonna apply, and that's how I got my foot in the door.
Well, each class here is very differently. In baking, we did a bookwork, and we started off with ServSafe, just an intro to that. And then we did like cookies, cakes, you like learn how to design everything. And then there's even a bakery that we sell products to. Then in dining room class, we learned a lot about the brigade, and then we set tables. We actually had people come in here and we had guests, and we set up for buffets, and we had breakfast and lunch. And then in the kitchen, food prep 1 and 2, we learning knife cuts. We're learning all about like the small dice, medium dice. Everything has to be very precise.
So I work at a pizza place in Belmar. It's called Mama Luke's, and ever since I started this program, I've learned that it helped me excel at my job there because just everything comes easier. I know what temperatures everything has to be at. I know how to cook things, and it just really helps me excel at my job.
And if you have an interest, just try it, because you most likely are going to like it. And if you don't like it, you learned a life skill, which is cooking.
What we do in our class is we do a lot in here. We work on the dental chairs with our mannequins. We can take out their teeth, we can fill their teeth, we can drill them, suction them, water, anything you would think. We also do cements, which are my favorite. I love mixing them, they're so much fun. It's just seeing them go together and filling teeth or making anything. We've also made a lot of impressions, which are also one of my favorites. Another thing is on the computers, which is really cool, we have charts with our teeth, so you can see like occlusal, buccal, mesial, all of that stuff. It's so easy to learn. I thought it wasn't gonna be. Also with our teacher, Miss Lennon is also one of the best teachers. She's also a dental assistant herself, so she really knows how to teach you. And she's very understanding and really tells you how to do it and like does a one-on-one with you, so don't think you're gonna be like left out, because you're gonna get all the help you need. I love this program because I met some of my best friends. I've also gotten a lot of opportunities. I've gotten an internship, and I've learned so many new things about even keeping my own mouth more healthy.
The reason why I chose to be in this program is because I feel like here I'm learning something I could use in the outside world. When in school, I feel like I'm not really, I'm learning, but I feel like here, more of a hands-on guy, and I feel like it's just better off for me to learn something like this so I could use it in my real life.
I really think that this has helped me grow as a carpenter and just an overall woodworker. I've improved my skills with a hammer, screwing, just positioning wood and marking it out and drawing, drilling holes. I've been a lot more comfortable with saws once I started, which I wasn't too confident with to begin with. And I've also improved a bunch of my other capabilities.
This school brings a lot of responsibility, as in like coming in early, in time, with the proper equipment, the proper attitude. You can't just come in and not want to work. It really shows who really wants to be in this field and just in general in life. If you want to get any job or any passion, you gotta have a good attitude and really want to do it. And this class really does give you those proper responsibility and structure to get you ready in the real life.
Here, I really feel that it's a really good opportunity that most places don't have.
The reason I took this vocational school program was to learn something different.
yeah, learn something different.
So I always grew up around boats and stuff like that. I always go out fishing and stuff, and of course, when you want to go out fishing, you need at least a boat to go out on it. So at the end of the day, I was always turning wrenches and stuff like that. Of course, just get out in the water and go fishing. That's really my drive and stuff like that. Especially the water, being out there, it's the best. Matter of fact, I'm in the family business of a little small marina, and I know how it is difficult just to find mechanics that want to continue being in the marine field, that have the drive and the knowledge to continue with it, and especially hard to find younger people. So this is a great program to get into, and down the line, you should do very well. Definitely come down and visit. Meet Alaco, he's a good instructor. Just look around, see if you're really interested in it. Like me, I fell in love with it, so I kind of just went forward with it, and here I am. I still like it, almost done, so it's all good.
I joined this program because I like drawing, I like doing art, but as soon as I joined, I realized it's a lot more than just drawing. We're learning techniques for the real world, how to improve our art, and we're having a lot of fun. Like, we've done traditional art, we've done digital art, we've even done photography, which made me realize how much I love that, and now I want to pursue it in the future.
The main reason I got interested in the program itself is because I saw that we were creating animations and photography and all these logos. I thought to myself, hey, I do want to go into that field when I'm older, so this could be a jumping off point for me. The program itself really opened my eyes to many different programs I could use. Any of the Adobe programs, Photoshop, Animate, Illustrator, all that stuff. Different kind of cameras, which I did learn about quite a lot. And also a lot of on-hand products like paint and pencils and like paint and Plasco pens and just everything.
When looking at this program, don't be intimidated by like all the different stuff we do. We all take it slow, we help each other out. The teacher's really helpful and she makes sure no one falls behind. And don't think you need to like change your art style or like what art you prefer to do just to like fit into the class.
And, you know, I have friends in the auto program too that, you know, that program's just as well. But this is diesel and that's automotive. The purpose with diesel is, you know, you get to learn about gasoline motors on top of the diesel industry of it, where in, you know, automotive you only learn about gasoline products. And, you know, in this classroom we've got air brake boards, we've got, I mean, these electrical boards. There's an air brake system literally right behind me. You know, they're $30,000 on boards that, you know, we just have full access to. I mean, I can't complain. For the next year's class, they get to move into a shop with I think three or four lifts in it. And, you know, going from one lift to 3 or 4 is gonna be a big change for this, I guess, diesel vocational program, which it's gonna be good to see. I've had places call me from, and you know, they hear about me specifically through the vocational program, and you know, they want to hire me. They're interested in looking at you and bringing you in for an apprenticeship just to get your foot in the door somewhere and really start working, you know, start making money. My name is Sam Thackey, and I am Monmouth County Vocational School District.